Big F for Joe, and you're listening to the Memphis Continental. This is Big F for Joe, and you're listening to the Memphis Continental Wrestling Podcast. Without Memphis, there would be no hardcore, and obviously we all know where that leads. Live your best life, die your best death.
This podcast is a member of the Place to Be Nation family. Visit us at placetobenation.com, the only place to be in your pop culture world.
You know, I've been in this industry for a long, long time. And, you know, I got my start right there in Memphis, Tennessee. So what better person than to give a little intro to the only podcast in the UK that specifically talks about Memphis wrestling? That's right. We're talking about Memphis Continental Wrestling Cast. Folks, sit back, grab you a cup of hot tea. Hope you enjoy it. Memphis Continental Wrestling Cast.
Got a doggone good-looking show lined up.
This is the future, baby, and Jimmy Hart's here. You're not in the same caliber as I am.
Who's the greatest wrestler in the world, and why am I?
You're acting like a hoodlum now. Come on, quit it.
Hello again, wrestling fans, and welcome to the studios of the Old Bakery as we get ready to give you another exciting week here at the UK's number one and only Memphis wrestling-related podcast. We are the Memphis Continental Wrestling Cast. I am, as always, your host, Mr. Luke Jennings, hoping the podcast finds you fine and dandy. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button here on our home, the Place to Be Wrestling Network, home of great shows such as Wrestling's Chicken Salad, NWA Saturday Special, PTBN's Main Event, Nation Invasion, Highway to the Impact Zone, Hamburg All-Stars, the Monday Night Project, and many other great shows that come to you on a near daily basis. You can follow the network on Twitter at PTBN Wrestling. You can also follow us on Twitter at Memphis Cast. And coming very soon, a second home for the show, the Wrestlecopia network, home of the hard-working Ray Russell, who brings you great shows like the Wrestling Memory Grenade, covering WWF going from 1987 to 1988, the Regional Wrestling Show, where Ray and his co-hosts talk the territories, be it Jamie Ward talking 1981 Georgia or Roman Gomez talking 1986 UWF. They have you covered. For more information on the network, you can follow them on Twitter at Wrestlecopia. We will be over there on the 25th of November, so in a couple of weeks. That is when we start our 1984 adventure. We are hurtling towards the end of 1983 here on the show. So yes, coming up on the 25th, you'll be able to hear us both on the Place to Be Wrestling Network and the Wrestlecopia Network. And also you can visit our sister network, the North-South Connection. Again, available on all good podcast suppliers, bringing you such great shows such as New Gen on a Mission, Wrestling Warzone, A La Carte with Keithy, Chronoso, Extreme Freeway Dance, and many more great shows, again on a near-daily basis. You can follow those guys on Twitter at NoSoPod Network. You can also follow them on YouTube. Just search North-South Connection on YouTube and you'll find them, and you can find us at youtube.com/@MemphisCast, where you can watch a whole multitude of sins of wrestling over there for your viewing pleasure. Visit whenitwascool.com for podcasts, articles, and much more on retro pop culture, comics, wrestling, movies, TV, toys, history, and more. This week we're covering the 19th of November and the 17th of December 1983. There's no footage. Again, like I say, I have no control of the footage. The first episode is going to be 17 minutes long. The second episode is 51 minutes long. So we'll try and amalgamate everything that's happened between then and then in a small portion. Obviously, I'm not going to run through a whole month's worth of results. I'll pick out the best bits by the looks of it, and then we can talk about them. Last week we covered the 5th to the 12th of November, where we saw fisticuffs, pile drivers, ref beatdowns, as well as all the other awesomeness from the Memphis territory. Before we head down to ringside, let's give a quick look to see what's happened this last week. On the 13th of November 1983, Rick Martel defeated the AWA World Champion Nick Bockwinkel by disqualification in Salt Lake City, Utah. Also on that show, Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant teamed up to defeat Mr. Soyito, David Schultz, and Jerry Blackwell. In Toronto, Canada, in the Maple Leaf Gardens, 13,224 witness Bob Marcus defeating Tim Gerard, Nick DiCarlo defeating Scrap Iron Shepherd, Leo Burke defeats Herb Gallant, The Destroyer and Kurt Von Hess defeat Johnny Weaver and Billy Red Lions, Angela Mosca and Jimmy Valiant defeat Leo Burke and The Destroyer, Blackjack Mulligan wrestled the Masked Superstar to a double countout, Roddy Piper defeats NWA United States champion Greg Valentine by disqualification. On the 14th, we may see some details of this, but like I said, the episode is only 17 minutes long, so I don't know what we get. Mid-South Coliseum, Memphis, Tennessee, the Rock and Roll Express lose the Southern Tag Team titles to the Bruise Brothers. On the same show, the Fabulous Ones lose the CWA titles to the Midnight Express, managed by Jim Cornette. Attendance was 3,800. This is the... So Jim Cornette briefly managed the Midnight Express, being Norvell Austin and Dennis Condrey. Obviously, most people would remember Jim Cornette managing Dennis Condrey and Bobby Eaton, but this is the brief time that he managed just Dennis and Norvell. Also on the 14th, West Palm Beach, Florida, NWA World Champion Harley Race defeats Dusty Rhodes in a Texas death match. 15th of November, Tampa, Florida, in the Sundome, NWA World Champion Harley Race defeats Mike Rotunda. Also on the 14th, Paul Orndorff makes his WWF debut in the Allentown TV tapings, where he defeated Mark Mattox. Also on that show, Tony Atlas and Rocky Johnson defeat the Wild Samoans to win the WWF Tag Team titles. On the 16th of November, Miami Beach, Florida, Convention Center, NWA World Champion Harley Race defeats Mike Rotunda via disqualification. On the 18th, Pittsburgh, PA, WWF show in the Civic Center, 10,000 witness. Salvatore Bellomo defeating Butcher Vachon. Wild Samoans and Samula defeats S.G. Jones and Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas. So there's obviously... TV taping is in, but they won't be shown for a while, I guess. Eddie Gilbert defeated Bill Berger. Tito Santana defeated Don Canoodle. The Masked Superstar defeats WWF champion Bob Backlund via countout. The Iron Sheik defeats Tony Gurria. Rene Goulet defeats Steve Lombardi. Pat Patterson defeated Ivan Koloff via countout. And then finally on the 19th, Mid-South Wrestling in the New Orleans, Louisiana Superdome. 8,000 witness Dusty Rhodes battling Nikolai Volkov to a double countout. Kerry Von Erich defeats Missing Link. David Von Erich defeats Kamala via countout. The Road Warriors defeat Mr. Wrestling 2 and Magnum TA. Mid-South North American champion Junkyard Dog defeats Butch Reed. Also on the 19th in St. Petersburg, Florida, the Bayfront Arena, NWA World Champion Harley Race defeats Ron Bass by disqualification. And then WWF show in Baltimore, Maryland, Civic Center, 14,000 witness Bob Bradley defeating Israel Mattia. The Invaders defeated Don Canoodle and Charlie Fulton. Tito Santana defeated Iron Mike Sharp. Mr. Fuji defeated Salvatore Bellomo. The Iron Sheik defeated Chief J Strongbow. Tony Atlas defeats Big John Studd via disqualification. Jimmy Snuka defeats Intercontinental Champion Don Morocco by countout. And finally, Rocky Johnson defeats Sergeant Slaughter in a steel cage match. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's head down to the 19th of November 1983 for this portion of this week's Memphis Continental Wrestling Cast. Please enjoy.
And you people starve to death because you're too ignorant, you're too stupid, you're too asinine to grow your own food. You're too busy building bombs and building missiles. Well, let me tell you something, Russian. I'll tell you another bit of freedom we got. We got the freedom to show a stupid movie that's coming on like the day after. And what that movie, I think, if you ask me, I think there's some sort of communist plot behind that, because what that movie is designed to do is to make the American people afraid of the Russians. Well, let me tell you something. I'm not going to watch the stinking movie, and I don't think anybody else should watch it, because I'm not afraid of you, Russian, and the Americans are not afraid of Russia, and we'll kick your butt any day of the week, brother. And you're going to find that out when you step in the ring with me. I want you to know that, Russian.
Well, I got a feeling that when the activity gets going, and Lawler does beat the Russian invader, it's going to be a little more than just a wrestling match. Dave, let me slide around the 100 pounds of wheat over here. We're about ready for the action in there. And let me disappear a second. Okay. Buddy Landell will be meeting the King. Landell himself, a Mid-America title holder. And
this is a non-title match, but an interesting one nonetheless. In that we've got champion against champion here. Mid-America champion against the Southern champion.
Lawler telling Buddy Landell, come on out. Andy Kaufman takes off. He came out and Lawler said, hey, let's get it on right here, right now. This will not be a title match, by the way, Davey, as you well know, but we'll tell the folks that it's a one-fall 10-minute time limit bout. Kaufman out here stirring up trouble and staying as far away from the ring as he can because he didn't want to get next to Jerry Lawler. And now the official introductions, Dave.
It's going to be one fall, 10-minute time limit. Introducing from Florida at 224 pounds, the Mid-America champion, Buddy Landell. And going against him from Memphis, Tennessee, 232 pounds, the AWA Southern Heavyweight Champion, the King, Jerry Lawler. This match, one fall, 10-minute time limit. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
We're going to have a match, ladies and gentlemen. Buddy Landell versus Jerry the King Lawler. Buddy Landell must be one of the longest reigning Mid-America champions. Red trunks, black boots going up against Jerry Lawler. Black and red singlet, white boots. Andy Kaufman in the studio this week. Call over a tie-up. Shove off by Budrow. Our kids in the crowd this week. Buddy Landell showing off the guns. We've circling again. Can't never type. Shove off by Budrow. Jimmy Hart wearing a all-in-one camouflage boiler suit by the looks of it. I guess his man's in the A-team. The former Assassins.
He's nothing. See, he's big, okay? He has a lot of brawn, but he has no brains, Lance. All he's used to doing is plowing fields in the farm. Look at that. Oh, Lawler!
Third time again, shove off by Buddy Landell. Buddy Landell looking in tremendous physique here, 1983.
I've seen wrestling all over the country. I've been in wrestling rings all over the
Both men circling again. Jimmy Hart getting an earful from Jerry Lawler.
Let me tell you, you are the worst announcer I have ever seen.
Thank you, Andy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
At least I'm working.
Listen.
Can't never type again. Oops, side headlock by Jerry. Landell picks him up and sits him on the top turnbuckle.
Landell sets him over the top of the...
You know something, Russell?
Oh, pose again by Landell. Lawler back in the ring.
Well, the next time you get in with Jerry Lawler, that'll be interesting to see just how long you stay there. Lawler now.
Call never top, side headlock by Buddy. Side headlock still by Buddy.
He doesn't have to use a pile driver. He doesn't have to use illegal holds.
Cinching that move in. Lawler picks him up and throws him over him on the top turnbuckle. Buddy Landell back in, complaining of trunks being pulled.
To do that. See, I'm talking from ring experience, Russell, okay? I'm talking from ring experience. I have been in the ring, and I've been in the ring with this guy, Lawler. I've been in the ring with a lot of people, okay? I have been in the ring several times. You've never been in the ring, so you can...
Call never type. Landell pushes Lawler into the corner. Get a clean break. No, right hand by Buddy Landell. Oh, no. One in return by Jerry.
That's right, that's the injuries I have to take.
Buddy Landell telling Jerry Calhoun to get out of the way so they can fight. Arm wringer now by Landell.
Okay, now you're seeing some real wrestling. Now you're seeing some real wrestling.
Winding it up. Applying the pressure on the wrist. Landell gets punched right in the face by Lawler. Right in the schnoozle.
Stop the match right now. You are disqualified.
Thank you, Jerry. Kaufman takes off.
I want that man disqualified right now. I want him disqualified right now. Because he used his fist and he tried to come after me. He uses the fist. He used his fist. He's not allowed to.
Lawler pushes Landell back in the corner. Gonna get a clean break. No! Another right fist into the mush. Lawler goes chasing after Andy Kaufman, but Andy Kaufman is gone. Oh! Landell from behind. Jerry Lawler falls off the apron into the chair and head first into the chair. Landell now rams Lawler head first into the ring post. Lawler rolls back into the ring, followed by Landell, now choking him. Foot on the throat.
Has him back in the ring.
Big right hand by Landell. Calhoun now getting in a shoving match with Budrow. Elbow at the top of the head. Not quite bionic. Oh, elbow to the mush. Lawler now got in trouble. Oh, head first at the top turnbuckle. And again goes Lawler. And again goes Lawler. Oh, Lawler blocks again. Lawler blocks. Elbow. Landell head first at the top turnbuckle. Strap is down. The strap is down. Big round by Lawler. And again. Budrow was in control for a little while. Lawler now slams Budrow down. Landell second up one inside. And fist drop. Goes for the go. No, Jimmy Hart's in the ring. Jimmy Hart's in the ring. Attacking Jerry Lawler. Ring the bell. That's it. Jimmy Hart now picking up from the corner. Jerry Lawler's got Jimmy Hart. Bam! Buddy Landell from behind. Clobber and forearm shot to the back of Jerry Lawler. The match is over. Jerry Lawler wins by disqualification. In comes the Russian Invader. Budrow's got him hooked up. Russian Invader's got a 100-pound bag of wheat. Looks more like 25 kilos, but he's going on the second rope. What's he going to do with this? What's he trying to do anyway? From the bottom rope. Oh! Drops that bag over the head of Jerry Lawler and the bag splits. Wheat all over the ring now. Corn all in the ring. Dennis now push it in the face of Jerry Lawler. Humiliating him with some wheat. Shades of Mid-South Wrestling here with the bags of wheat and Nikolai Volkov at this time period. The First family very happy with what they've just done to Jerry Lawler.
Just smashed him with
Jerry Lawler! You want the weed, you got your weed! I don't need that thinking weed! The Russian people don't need that thinking weed!
Okay,
you take it home and feed your children with it!
Take him out with it. Jerry down in the ring. It's going to be a disqualification when Hart jumped in there. And now Giant Frazier and Coco and some of the guys coming out to get the King out of the ring. I'll tell you what, we're going to take time out and see if they can get Jerry back there, and we'll go check on him and see if we can get the ring cleaned up a little bit, as he was really bashed. That doggone thing was a 100-pound sack, and he slammed it down on him. We'll take time out. We'll be back in just a moment. The King back out, looking a little better than he did a moment ago. But
Let me tell that stinking Russian invader one thing, brother. We got a little bag and we got a little bit of this wheat left, and I want to tell you something. I'm going to bring this with me down to that ring this week. And there's a little bit of this wheat left in here, and I promise you, you're gonna eat this wheat Russian through the other end, brother. I guarantee you that. Because I'm not scared of you one bit. And I'm gonna prove it to you when we get in that ring. We're gonna see what a Russian can do to America. And I promise you, brother, you're gonna eat this one way or the other.
Okay, the King, and rightfully a little disturbed about the entire affair, and I don't want to be the Russian invader regardless of how big he is. What happened?
Saying he doesn't know nothing. He's so big deal, man. Doesn't know nothing.
Got your team here? Are they
I've got my team ready. What I want y'all people to do right now is to put the cameras on the door. Andy, I'm fixing to show you the greatest team in the history of professional wrestling, the A-Team, baby.
Okay, now let's see. Here we go. This is Jimmy's team. He's worked them. He's got them in the greatest shape. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. See the size. Look at the shape they're in. See? Watch this. Jimmy works them like mad.
Tommy Rogers, Mad Dog, already in the ring, and here's hard out to
Okay, now look at that. See the shape they're in? See the calisthenics? That's Jimmy. He trains them, see? He trains them. He's my best friend. Look at that. All right, now you're going to see some real wrestling, Lance.
Okay, let's go to Dave in the official introductions, Davey.
One fall, 10-minute time limit match. Total weight of 519 pounds from Chicago. Mad Dog, his partner from Tampa, Florida, Tommy Rogers. And going against him, total weight 590 pounds with their manager, Jimmy Hart, the A-Team. One fall, 10-minute time limit, Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
Tag team match now. Mad Dog and Tommy Rogers teaming up to go against the A-Team. Mad Dog's going to start for his team. Red and black trunks, black boots, going up against one member of the A-Team. He's wearing a camouflage mask, camouflage all in one. Oh, Mad Dog picks him up with ease. Holy schmoly. That's a big boy to be getting up. Whip now, Irish corner to corner. And Mad Dog, gets hit with a boot as he comes in. This member of the A-Team now picks up Mad Dog. Rams him into his opponent, his partner, sorry. Double team now by the A-Team, double Irish whip. And double back body drop by Mad Dog. Knee across the chest. One. No, Mad Dog gets pulled up. A-Team belly to belly kind of. Belly to belly suplex. That was a maneuver. 1, 2, kick out. A-Team tag. Tommy Rogers now in. Light blue trunks, white boots. Tommy Rogers coming in. It's like a house of fire working away on this member of the A-Team. Corner to corner whip by Rogers. Comes in. No kick. Bigger hand. And again, corner to corner whip. No, just whip. Just good lord, this is bowl and shoe ugly, this match for sure. Considering Tommy Rogers, isn't it? A-Team tag, double Irish whip, double back elbow. Lovely elbow there by the A-Team member. Goes for the cover. 1, 2 count. A-Team picks him up and beautiful suplex there by the A-Team member. Tommy Rogers down and in trouble. Former Mid-America light champion, whatever the hell he was. The hell was he? US Junior Heavyweight Champion, sorry. Recently lost to Bill Dundee. Good lord, what a back body drop there. Tommy Rogers taken down. The A-Team member picks him up. Side headlock.
The A-Team member to get to the corner and tag Mad Dog.
Great double team here by the A-Team. He had something in his fist, I think.
Out in the corner.
Double team now, double Irish whip. Double kick. Rogers goes down. Knee across the chest. Tommy Rogers trying to get to the tag, but the A-Team member is stopping him. Tommy Rogers is close. Here comes the other A-Team member to distract the referee. A-Team now kicking the crap out of Tommy Rogers. Double. Headbutt by the A-Team member. Tommy Rogers goes for the tag. Can't quite get there.
don't you go get some coffee or something? Okay,
Mad Dog just jumped off the apron. Is he going?
And I will buy your job, Brown. I'll buy your job.
Tommy Rogers down there.
Double suplex by the A-Team on Tommy Rogers. Mad Dog's gone. Mad Dog's just left out. Mad Dog's just walked out. What the hell is going on? Tommy Rogers slammed. And a slingshot. A big splash over the top rope. 1, 2, 3. Winners of the match, the A-Team.
Once again, we have seen the great teamwork of the greatest team in professional wrestling, managed by the greatest manager in professional wrestling. All right, they beat him 1, 2, 3, fair and square, Mr. Brown.
They beat him, all right, with their 18 Jimmy Hart tactics. They have won the match.
Mr. Russell better get
and Mad Dog left. I don't know where Mad Dog is.
Mad Dog just walked out and left Tommy Rogers right there to the mercy of these guys. We're going to take time out. We're going to be back in just one moment.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that has just been the 19th of November that we've watched. That was alright, actually. There was more matches than I thought there was going to be. So, before we head to the 17th of December, let's just pick out a few highlights of things that have been happening. The 21st of November, Mid-South Coliseum, there is a show held by the Memphis promotion in which we see Jerry Lawler defeating Andy Kaufman in a 10-round wrestling boxing match. The Jaguar defeated the Masked Grappler. A-Team defeated US Steel and Art Cruz. The Moondogs defeated Giant Frazier and Tom Pritchard. Jerry Lawler defeated the Masked Russian Invader. Buddy Landell successfully defended his Mid-America title, defeating Bobby Eaton. Bill Dundee successfully defended his US Junior Heavyweight title, defeating Coco Ware. The Bruise Brothers of Pork Chop Cash and Dream Machine beat the Rock and Roll Express. Austin Idol and Dutch Mantel defeat Norvell Austin and Dennis Condrey to win the CWA Tag Team titles. This would be one of the last times Norvell Austin was ever part of the Midnight Express combinations, as just 2 days later, the more famous duo of Dennis Condrey and Bobby Eaton, with Jimmy Cornette as their manager, are formed in Bill Watts' Mid-South Wrestling Company. It would be 5 years until Randy Rose would return to the Midnight Express with Dennis Condrey in the AWA, while Bobby Eaton was partnered by Stan Lane. They had a feud in late 88, I think, in WCW. Involved Paul Heyman as well. Norvell Austin, Dennis Condrey and Bobby Eaton would return to Memphis to finish up a few dates and would wrap up some loose ends before the Mid-South debut show aired on television, which was taped on the 23rd of November. Bobby Eaton and Dennis Condrey made their debut in the Irish McNeil's Boys Club. They defeat Rick Rude and Mike Jackson. 24th of November, history is made as NWA Starrcade 83 happens. Greensboro, North Carolina, Greensboro Coliseum, 15,447 witness the assassins of Jody Hamilton and Hercules Hernandez, managed by Paul Jones. They defeat Bugsy McGraw and Rufus R. Jones. Kevin Sullivan and Mark Lewin, managed by Gary Hart, defeat Scott McGee and Johnny Weaver. Abdullah the Butcher defeats Carlos Colon. Dick Slater and Bob Orton Jr. defeat Wahoo McDaniel and Mark Youngblood. Charlie Brown defeated the Great Kabuki, managed by Gary Hart, to win the Mid-Atlantic television title. Ricky Steamboat and Jay Youngblood defeat Jack and Jerry Briscoe to win the NWA Tag Team Championship with guest referee Angela Mosca. Roddy Piper defeated Greg Valentine in that famous dog collar match. Ric Flair defeats NWA World Champion Harley Race in a steel cage match to win the title. Special guest referee was Gene Kaninsky. Also on this day, on the 24th of November, Georgia Championship Wrestling holds a show in the Omni 12,000 witness tag team tournament, $50,000 to the winner. Jim Neidhart and King Kong Bundy defeat Tommy Rogers and Joe Lightfoot. Butch Reed and Pez Whatley defeat Randy Rose and Jimmy Randolph. The Bruise Brothers defeat Nikolai Volkov and Korsita Korchenko. Ronnie Garvin and Jim Duggan defeat Bob Brown and Chick Donovan. Randy Savage and Magnum TA defeat the Mongolians. Butch Reed and Pez Whatley defeat Jim Neidhart and King Kong Bundy. The Bruise Brothers defeat Ronnie Garvin and Jim Duggan. Randy Savage and Magnum TA defeat the Bruise Brothers. Butch Reed and Pez Whatley defeat Magnum TA and Randy Savage to win the tournament. In non-tournament action, Debbie Combs defeats Donna Day. Ted DiBiase defeats Brett Wayne Sawyer. Jake Roberts defeats Mr. Wrestling 2. Tommy Rich and Buzz Sawyer defeat the Road Warriors. Also show on this Thanksgiving Day. There is a show in World Class Championship Wrestling in the Union Arena in Dallas, Texas, 18,500. Witness Johnny Mantell, Mike Reed and Jose Lothario defeating Borsukov, Black Gordman and Tonga John. Missing Link defeats Buddy Roberts. Kevin Von Erich defeats Terry Gordy. World Class Texas Champion David Von Erich defeats Kamala by disqualification. Mike Von Erich defeats Skandor Akbar. World Class American Tag Team Champions the Super Destroyers defeat they battle Junkyard Dog and Iceman King Parsons to a double disqualification. Chris Adams defeats Jimmy Garvin to win the World Class American title. Kevin Von Erich defeats Michael Hayes in a loser leaves town steel cage match. Also on Thanksgiving, Philadelphia, PA, Spectrum 7,752 witness a WWF show which is televised on the Prism Network. The Invaders defeat Iron Mike Sharp and Mr. Fuji. Tony Gurrier defeats Rene Goulet. The Tonga Kid defeats Charlie Fulton. SD Jones defeats Butcher Vachon. Tito Santana defeated Big John Studd by disqualification. Sergeant Slaughter fought Tony Atlas to a double disqualification. Jimmy Snuka and Arnold Skolin defeat Don Morocco and Captain Lou Albano. Rocky Johnson defeats Bob Bradley. Patterson defeats Ivan Koloff. WWF champion Bob Backlund defeats the Iron Sheik. And another show happened on Thanksgiving night, this time AWA in the St. Paul Civic Center in St. Paul, Minnesota, 13,163. Witness Little Coco and Lord Littlebrook defeating Johnny Reb and Little Tokyo. Billy Robinson defeats Bill White. Superstar Billy Graham defeats Buck Zumhoff. Brad Reagans wrestled Mr. Saito to a double countout. David Schultz wrestled Rick Martel to a draw. The High Flyers defeated AWA Tag Team Champions the Sheiks by disqualification. AWA World Champion Nick Bockwinkel defeats Mad Dog Vachon. So, in the spate of one evening, there is 20, 38... 50, 65. In one night, there was 65,000 fans witnessing wrestling live. That is a thing that a lot of people would probably want to see nowadays. What else have we got happening around? On the 28th, here in Memphis, we've got a show in the Mid-South Coliseum where Jerry Lawler defeats Ken Patera. The Bruise Brothers lose the tag team titles to the Fabulous Ones. The Masked Grappler defeated Tom Pritchard. The Jaguar defeated The Angel. And the Moondogs, A-Team and Dennis Condrey defeat Bobby Eaton, Robert Gibson, Stagger Lee, Stan Frazier and Art Cruz. So that happens here on the 30th of November. One Man Gang and Ron Bass defeat Dusty Rhodes and Mike Davis to win the United States Tag Team titles in Florida on television. What else we got? Oh, on the 5th of December here in Memphis, 8,012. That's a hell of a crowd compared to a few weeks ago. But we see Jerry Lawler defeating a newcomer to the arena area, Randy Savage, by disqualification to retain the Southern title. Also on the show, the Fabulous Ones fought the Road Warriors to a double disqualification. Angelo Poffo defeats Buddy Landell. The Grapplers defeat the Jaguar and Giant Frazier. The Moondogs and the A-Team and the Bruise Brothers defeat Terry Taylor, Bobby Eaton, Stagger Lee, Robert Gibson, Art Cruz and Tom Pritchard in a $5,000 challenge match. Bill Dundee defeats Ricky Morton to retain the US Junior title. Dutch Mantell and Austin Idol defeated the Midnight Express, being Dennis Condrey and Norvell Austin, to retain the CWA Tag Team titles. On the 6th of December at the Allentown TV tapings, Vince Kennedy McMahon announces that WWF champion Bob Backlund will have a mystery partner to face the Wild Samoans next week on TV. This would lay the groundwork for the debut and title win of Hulk Hogan in the WWF. 8th of December, New Japan holds a show in Tokyo, Japan. Sumo Hall, 12,000. Shunji Kushugu defeated Kazu Yamazaki. Ryomi Go defeated Masanobu Kuriusu. Haruki Egan and Nabuki Takeda drew with Kuniyaki Kobayashi and Ishima Teranashi. Otto Vance and Wayne Bridges defeated Osamu Kido and Yoshiaki Fujiwara. Seiji Sakaguchi defeated Bobby Duncan. Andre the Giant and Kurt Hennig defeated Killer Khan and Tiger Taguchi. Tatsumi Fujinami, Kengo Kimura and Akiya Maeda battled Riki Choshu, Anamo Hamaguchi, and Yoshiaki Yatsu to a double countout. And Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant defeat Adrian Adonis, and Dick Murdoch to win the 4th annual MSG Tag League Tournament. 10th of December, NWA World Champion Ric Flair appears on Southeastern Championship Wrestling Television in Dothan, Alabama to further his feud with Bob Armstrong. He connects with his future best friend Arn Anderson, who was wrestling as Super Olympia at the time during a brawl on television. Ric Flair, as told on his podcast, accidentally breaks his Rolex watch when he slides into far out of the ring. This can clearly be seen on television. Ric Flair begins a tour of Japan on the 11th of December. He teams with Barry Windham and Ron Fuller on the losing side against Giant Baba, Great Kabuki, and Dory Funk Jr. On the 12th of December, we have another card here, which some of this may be covered. We've got a cage match. Jerry Lawler beats the Macho Man Randy Savage by disqualification. Terry Taylor beats Joe LeDuc by disqualification. The Fabulous Ones, the Rock and Roll Express, Stagger Lee and Bobby Eaton defeat the Moondogs, the A-Team, the Russian Invader, Norval Austin. Bill Dundee defeats Jaguar. Dutch Mantel defeats Dennis Condrey by disqualification. The Masked Grapplers go to a no contest with the Bruise Brothers. Cowboy Lang defeats Little Tokyo. Angelo Poffo and Franklin Hayes lose to Art Cruz and Tom Pritchard. The attendance is 4,500, so in a mere week we nearly half the attendance. 13th of December, Dick Slater defeats NWA US champion Greg Valentine to win the title in Shelby, North Carolina. That's probably because Greg Valentine is on his way out. What are we going up to? 16th, so that is about it, really. Yeah, that's about it. There's been other things, but we won't go into great detail of everything, otherwise we'll be here forever. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is that, and we shall now go to the 17th of December, 1983. Please enjoy.
Where that you're supposed to be out here talking. We will talk to you later in the show. And
you'll talk to me right now, Lance Russell. Pick up that little card you have, and you read the Memphis card.
Bill, I don't read the Memphis card. That comes up later in the program.
Well, don't read all them goofs out there. Read it to you. Just pick the card up and read it. I'll give it to you. There it is.
All right.
What don't you see there, Lance Russell? What don't you see?
A lot of excellent matches coming up there.
You don't see Bill Dundee's name there, do you now?
No, as a matter of fact, Bill Dundee's name is not on it.
This. As a rule, if you are the champion in this area, if you're the Southern heavyweight champion, and the heavyweight champion of the world comes in here, you wrestle him, right?
That's right.
That's right. I am the junior heavyweight champion, and the junior heavyweight champion is coming into this area, and I'm not wrestling him. Coco Way, Sweet Brown Sugar, or Stagger Lee, whatever you want to call him, is wrestling him. I done beat his brains out. I beat everybody's brains out, and Eddie Marlin says, nobody wants to wrestle you, Bill, so I left you off. I don't want to be left off, Eddie Marlin. I'll wrestle the whole stinking card. Just book me against anybody, and I'll wrestle him. You come back out of retirement, bag of bones, and I'll wrestle you. I really don't care who it is. Just find me an opponent, Lance Russell. Find me an opponent.
I think you made your point.
Just sign me against that redneck, and I'll wrestle him.
You made your point. We'll take time out, and we've got action coming up, and we'll see the superstar in it in just a moment.
With the superstar Bill Dundee and Robert Reed coming up right now. We were going to talk to the volatile Mr. Dundee, but he's talking to everybody else before he gets around talking to us. Bill, any chance of getting you over here before you're going to the ring with Robert Reed?
Here we go. Robert Reed, that's what I'm trying to... Now, you all just sit there and be quiet for a minute. Now, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Robert Reed. Who is Robert Reed?
Well, what are you complaining about? You got a match coming up in here, Robert.
Everybody will turn their TV set off. If I climb in there with Robert Reed, they'll all get up and go click, click, click. And we don't want that to happen, Lance Russell. I want some opponents. Now, how about this? Bring Jerry Lawler out here. Bring the Fabs out here. The Rock and Roll Express. Anybody you can find, and I will wrestle them all in 10-minute matches, one after another, right today.
Oh, yeah.
And if nobody comes, you turn up in here, redneck, and I'll wrestle you.
You take them all.
Take them all, Lance Russell. Just bring them all on out here. There's got to be somebody more than Robert Reed, man. If it's just Robert Reed, I'm going home.
Bill, that's what you booked in
here. I ain't
Steve Marlin has the match set with you and Robert Reed today.
Hey, would you like to see me wrestle Jerry Lawler or the Fabulous Ones or somebody?
I'd love to see that, but we don't have that match booked.
Where are they all at now? Hey, redneck, it looks like there we go. We want to know. Come on, Jack. Wherever you want.
Sure, Bill. I would love to see that kind of match too today, but that isn't the match that you have got today. Hey, well, there you are.
Hey, can't you all take a little joke?
Hey. You want some competition, Billy? Take your pick. He's looking for a little competition today.
One at a time. You didn't all have to come out here 3-on-1. I meant you all walk out here one at a time. So whichever one wants to start's fine with me. You want to start?
Let me just say this. Do you have today's card there, Dave?
Yeah, here it is.
Okay, would you read what match I'm in today? Would you read that? What does that match say?
Well, it's Jerry Lawler and Cowboy Lang against Giant Frazier and Little Tokyo.
See, Dundee, let me tell you, my match coming up here today is Jerry Lawler and... Wait a minute, Dundee. I'm sorry. My match is... In other words, I'm already wrestling one midget today, so I don't have time to wrestle two. Now, let me tell you something. What I think you, Dundee, is you're just a little short, sawed-off, no-good-for-nothing runt. Yeah, that's exactly what you are. And if they put your brain in a thimble, it'd rattle around like a BB in a boxcar. Now, for you to come out here and challenge me and the Fabulous Ones shows that your brain is no bigger than your little shrimp body. I don't have time to wrestle you because, as I said, I'm already wrestling one midget today. But what I do have time to do is slap your face, and if you don't want to, I will do it right now.
Hey, wait a minute. Jerry, I know you're busy and your time is valuable, but Steve and I got all day, so let me slap his little face.
Well, climb up in here you go, Jack. We ain't going to fight like heathens on the road. Just pick one of you and we'll wrestle.
Why don't you go in the back and get your partner? Just go back there and pick out.
Bill Dundee can take care of Bill Dundee. I don't want no partners. I just want me to wrestle one of the Boxy twins. Flip a little coin and we'll see which one it's going to be.
No. Come on, Steve. Hey, Steve, you're up late. Yeah, let me wrestle. Hey, I feel good. Let me wrestle a little guy. Okay. Here's the coin. Okay, Stan. Heads I win. No, that's mine. That's mine.
Are you going to wrestle me?
Wrestle a little guy, huh?
I believe you got some takers, Bill. I don't think you're lacking in takers.
I'll win.
The so-called king of the Boxy twin has got to go. They don't stay and cheat on, Jack. We just wrestle. Well, they can watch on them on the left.
Well, can I stay out here and watch Steve make a mockery of this little geek? Can I just stay here and laugh? It shouldn't take more than 10 seconds.
Well, I think that what he said was that Jerry was going to have to go and Stan Lane would have to go. I tell you, Dave, I'm not objecting to this at all. I would love to see Dundee and Steve Kerr. Here comes referee Jerry Calhoun. Yeah. So it's okay with promoter Eddie Marlin. This is a great match. So we've got Bill Dundee and Steve Kern coming up in a single match. Some conversation as the referee asking Lawler to get out. And
Bill Dundee attacking Steve Kern before the bell from behind. Bill Dundee wearing blue trousers, black cowboy boots. Steve Kern black trousers and white boots. Bill Dundee picks up Steve Kern. Slams him down. Knee to the side of the head. Boots, stomps, by Bill Dundee. Steve's up. Oh, Steve punched. Bill Dundee peppering Steve Kiern with his right hands. Oh! One count. Goes for the cover. One, nope. Bill Dundee stomping Steve in the face. Kicks to the abdomen now. Oh, on the fingers. Bill Dundee headbutt to the back of the shoulder. Rake of the back. Now choking Steve Kiern in the corner. Oh, headbutt by Dundee. Peppering him now with right hands. Steve in trouble in the corner. Side headlock now by Dundee. Oh. Dundee punching and kicking Steve now with a chin lock. Oh no, he's choking him. Steve in trouble. Crowd fully behind him though.
Jumped him before the bell, and he just has not let up. He's been choking and
green ropes, blue canvas here this week. Still no colourful background. We haven't seen that for quite some time now. Hopefully we may see that back again in 1984. We'll find out in a couple of weeks. We will be there. Next week we are covering the 24th and 31st of December. The 31st may be a recap show, I don't know. So, but we'll be there another couple of weeks and we will be in 1984. Oh. Steve now flips back. Oh, rams Bill Dundee head first in the top turnbuckle. And again. That turnbuckle's just a metal hook wrapped in tape, basically. No padding. Steve Kiern now back now. Turns the tables, punches and kicks Bill Dundee. Now in the corner, whips him corner to corner. Dundee comes out. Oh, back body drop. Oh, drops the knee across the side of the head. Closed fist behind the referee's back. Dundee scurries to the outside for a breather. Oh, gets kicked out hard by Steve Kiern. Steve Kiern follows him out. He's got a chair. Joe Calhoun tries to stop him. Dundee rolls back into the ring. Dundee now begging off. Steve Kiern giving Dundee a taste of his own medicine. Oh. Steve Kiern picks up Dundee, whips him. Oh, abdominal stretch. Oh no, who the hell is this? Oh, someone's just jumped in the ring. Who the hell is this? Rather large looking individual with some hair. Joining Bill Dundee to beat up Steve Kiern. Oh, Dundee took that cowboy boot off. That man, he looks like a rather large hillbilly. Dundee now kicking Steve Kiern. He smashed him in the head with that cowboy boot. This large individual beating away on Steve Kiern. Big burly gentleman. Here comes Stan. Stan's now in. He's met by this big individual. Oh, this big guy picks up Stan. Oh, drops him first across the top rope. Stomps by this big gentleman. Dropping some knees. Oh, big right hand. I think Steve's bleeding. Steve is bleeding. Nothing like seeing some blood on a Saturday morning. All four men brawling in the ring. It's a large individual attacking Stan Lane. Oh, he's wearing sunglasses inside. Oh, here comes Jerry Lawler, Stagger Lee, Ken Raper, some other individuals. Scurrying go Dundee and this mystery man.
Stan and Steve both in the ring, kind of, they were beaten up, no question about that. But more than that, I'm sure to their prides to be slammed around the way they were, that's got to be quite a blow to it too. Steve's head busted open, and so the winner was, of course, Steve Kiern on a disqualification, but not much satisfaction in that when you get busted around the way they got hammered around by Dundee and some friend of his that jumped Steve when Billy got in trouble in there. What was the official time on it?
Time on it was 3 minutes and 5 seconds.
3:05. Yeah, the winner by just
30. UCLA, Memphis State. It'll be live right here on TV5, and I know all of you will want to be seeing Memphis State when they take on the big UCLan team out there at Pauley Pavilion. Tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock, the King Show, Jerry Lawler Show. We'll have some interesting guests. Stagger Lee, Joe LeDuc, and Randy Savage will be guests, and we'll also have some footage on the Southwestern basketball team. All of that tomorrow morning on the Jerry Lawler Show, 11 o'clock, TV5. Hope maybe you'll have an opportunity to get it. Woogie, let's take a look now at the action coming up down at the Mid-South Coliseum. First, a reminder, the tickets are available up till 5 o'clock today at the Mid-South Coliseum. You can go by and get your advance tickets in. And, of course, you can all day Monday up until bell time, which will be at 7:30. Be looking for you out there for the opening bout, which is going to be a fight and a half when you see all four of them get it together. LeDuc and Savage, Lawler and Idol, and that action will be taking place without a question of a doubt Monday night. Going to be something worth seeing. Entire card available. It's beautiful. Be there and see it. 7:30 the start time. Get your tickets today up until 5 o'clock. We'll be looking forward to having the opportunity for you to get them all day on Monday, too. So there we have it, the action coming up Monday night. We hope maybe you'll make it a plan to bring the entire family out there and enjoy all of the action that's coming up. Tell you what we'll do now. We've got the Fabs coming out here, and we want to talk to them a moment. They're going to be joined by Roughhouse Fargo in a match that will have the A-Team and the Russian Invader as their six-man match. Eddie, it's good to have you out here, sir.
Let me tell you something. You know, I've been coming out here and I've been taking Tattoo real light. I've been coming out here and making a joke about him all along ever since he gone to the other side and chose his ways. Let me say, after this morning, Bill Dundee, I'm taking you a lot more serious. Take a real good look at my face. I know you're back there in the back laughing somewhere thinking I got that big goof with me and I'm protected. All you got to do is you got to bring him down there with you and just stand him in the corner. Bill Dundee, your days as a wrestler are numbered in this area. You've been picking on everybody else all around, but you ain't picked on us. Now you've jumped into the fire, Dundee, and let me tell you what happens when you jump into the fire. You just take a good look at me, real close. If you get that camera, I want you to zoom it right in on my face. Dundee, this is the worst sight you've ever seen, because every time you wake up in the morning, you're going to see me looking at you. When you look at your breakfast, you're going to want to puke because you're going to see me down in it, because I'm going to be right on your back. Dundee, your days as a wrestler are over. I laughed at you before, but I'm not laughing at you now. I'm going to laugh watching you leave this area, because when you're done with me, you ain't going to want to wrestle in this area ever again, because I'm going to humiliate you. You're half a man, Dundee, and you're going to be meeting a full man.
Eddie, yeah.
Lance, I don't know where that other guy came from. He jumped out of
I don't even know who
I don't know if he thinks he's a wrestler or if he's just some reject from a Charles Manson clan or some Hell's Angels group. Let me tell you something, Dundee. I don't care if the guy's got tights or not. Bring his big carcass down there Monday night, too, because I'm going to get me some, too, Jack. I've fought big guys before. I've been wrestling for the past 6 or 7 months. I haven't used any karate because Eddie told me not to. But, son, Monday night, I'm going to get my foot up there. I don't care how tall he is, 6'4", 6'5". I'm going to kick your head, you big overgrown Bigfoot-looking goof. Let me say one thing, too. Monday night, we're not going to change our first match. We're bringing the Nut House with us. We're going to take care of that match. But, Eddie, we brought you out here for one reason. If you would sign one more match, the little midget Dundee, the half pint, and that big overgrown gorilla bring his, you know what, too, because we're going to get some of them, too, Eddie, if you don't mind. Would you please?
What about it?
Lance, they want the match. I want the match. It is signed.
Right.
Okay, well, that's fine. I'm not exactly sure who we got signed, but I know Dundee and whoever that guy that jumped in there, I think he was out there in the audience that just jumped in and helped. I believe he's a friend of Dundee to have jumped in there helping Billy out in a situation when Steve Kiern just about had him in there. So that match has been added to the card. Just put it along with all of the other great bouts that we listed in there. Also, that six-man, as Stan pointed out, will take place. That's Roughhouse joining the Fabulous Ones against the A-Team and all. But just add the Dundee and whoever it is that he will be in there with, the guy that helped him out today. That'll be added to Monday night. We're going to take time out. Be back with more action in just a moment.
about 36 minutes without Jimmy Hart being out here.
Okay, baby.
What is all
You got it, Daddy. You got it.
Hey, they said I'm stupid. I've been telling all you people out here I was 6'6" and 290 pounds for 4 weeks. There it is, 6'6". Show him, Jimbo. Show him. Then go the Sundowner, son. Then go the Sundowner now. I'm the brains, and he's the brawn. Zoom that camera and stand right there, big fella.
Who is this,
Hey,
Bill?
that's my friend.
Jumped in.
That's my friend. There's nobody comes out here and calls me Tattoo. There's nobody comes out here and calls me Half Pipe. Give him the back shot. Give him the back shot. Now,
Covers it up,
let me tell you this, son.
Where's Lance Russell?
This man can squat 800 pounds and bench press 5, and them Fabs don't weigh 225 apiece. We'll see you Monday.
Whoever it is, he got himself into some trouble when he jumped in on the Fabulous one.
Man, you know, Russell, sorry I'm a little late getting down here today. You know, we were in the office. I asked the family, don't be down here today, baby, because we don't want to have any dissension going on like Eddie Marlin wants to pull. You know,
Tangling in one here, and it leads to something more serious Monday night. Let's take a look.
Now Dutch Mantell down. They're out on the floor. Watch out. Mantell and Dennis Condrey on top of the table.
We're seeing footage from the Mid-South Coliseum. We're seeing Dennis Condrey versus Dutch Mantell. Dutch Mantell taking a beating outside. Is he going to get in just in time? Yes. Dennis Condrey. Oh, big round. Down goes Mantell. And again, we're seeing clipped match, obviously, from the Mid-South Coliseum. Dennis stomping Mantell out. This is obviously Dennis Condrey getting his last bits of Memphis in. Won't be too long till we won't see him again. I don't think we should probably eat for quite a while, if ever again either. This is from the 12th. This leads to another match between these two next week. Well, this coming week, this coming Monday, there will be another match between these two, and a loser leaves town match. So you can guess who loses that. Dutch whips Dennis. Oh, back body drop. Dutch in control now. Pummeling the forehead of Dennis with those right hands. Randy Hales on the call here. Dutch going for an abdominal stretch. Dutch Mantell with an abdominal stretch. Someone's coming down. Norvell Austin coming down to the ringside with a chair. Norvell Austin with the chair. No, he's in the ring. That's it. Dutch Mantell wins by the disqualification. Norvell Austin with a chair. Oh no! Dutch moved and Norvell hit nothing but Dennis.
I'm sure Dutch Mantell appreciated that, Norvell.
Well, it's going to be different. Let me tell you something right now. This man has been with Dennis Condrey for 5 years. Tell him what it's going to be like in that loser leave town, Norvell.
Exactly right. Let me tell you one thing, Lance Russell. We got one thing going for us. We got everything going for us because we got Jimmy Hart. Let me tell you something about Dennis Condrey. He do not play when it comes to loser leave town because a man of his stature will not let Dutch Mantell beat him. Now, you can put that in your pipe and smoke it. Now, I'm behind Dennis Condrey all the way. You might not think I'm going to be down there, but I'm going to be backing him up all the way. Now, with the leadership of Jimmy Hart don't have no trash in his family.
That's right, baby. No
he do not have no trash in his family. He loves winners. We're winners, you understand me? And Dennis Condrey will not lose this match, I guarantee you that.
Well, one of them's leaving town.
Dutch Mantell will have to leave.
That's right. Say goodbye to Dutch. Now, before you start smiling and laughing about dissension, right or wrong.
Oh, we already mentioned how they had that little scientific match in there, but something went wrong.
Okay.
Got a little angry.
There you go. Show the film right now. The Bruise Brothers.
I want everybody to see this.
I do too. I want
Take a look. Bruise Brothers and the Grappler. Chops rushing in.
We're seeing footage now from the Mid-South Coliseum again. The Grapplers versus the Bruise Brothers. Tony Anthony's back in the area, so the Grapplers are back as a team. Paul Morton is back in the ring as a referee as well, which is great to see. Dream Machine now whips the Grappler. Back by drop, goes to turn to flip. No. I'm guessing this is a wrestling match, as they're saying about
minutes now. I believe that had one violation.
So about violations and things. So I'm guessing this is a. It doesn't say there's a specific match, but this period now we're getting a very transitional period. We're going to be seeing less of sort of the Dennis Condreys and the Norvell Austins, and we're going to be seeing more of Jim Morris, Harley Davidson, whatever you want to call him. Also going to be seeing some other new faces coming in the next few months. I know middle of 1984 there's King Kong Bundy, Rick Rude, those kind of guys are coming in, so it's very traditional, a transitional period coming up here in Memphis. But don't forget to join us each and every week, and you'll be able to listen to that transitioning period. All four men are in the all four men are brawling. There's been a no contest declared here. The first family are at war with each other by the looks of it. I'm sure Jimmy Hart will have something to say about this. A-Team are here to split these guys up. Russian Invaders in there. Norvell Austin. The first family are at war.
Holding chops in the corner. And finally, Hart has got them separated. Jerry the King Lawler against Randy Macho Man Savage cage match that took place. We got some highlights we thought you might be interested in watch. Watch the Wild Man and the King go at it.
Great standing side headlock, Jerry Lawler.
We're seeing footage of Jerry Lawler and Randy Savage in a steel cage. It's a wooden framed steel cage, and it's on the. Is it on the? Is it on the apron? Is it on the apron? No, it's sort of around the ring. There's enough area for the guys to walk around the ring side. Randy Savage has been taken outside. He's now going for something in his trunks by the looks of it. But this is the Poffos coming into Memphis after running their outlaw territory, the ICW, with the likes of Bob Orton, and Miss Elizabeth was there as well as a host. Lenny Poffo, Angelo Poffo. There's numerous other people in the territory. Randy Savage is here now, and his star is arising in the world of professional wrestling. He's in control of this match at the minute. Jerry Lawler wearing a white and red singlet, white boots. Randy's wearing sort of turquoise trunks with some stars on, red cowboy boots. Jerry Lawler is being pummeled by Savage, who's got that weapon that he's put back in his trunks. Rams Lawler head first at the top turnbuckle. Oh, big punch by Macho Man. He's got the Macho Man on the back of his trunks. Two or three stars on the front. Lawler whips into the corner hard. Savage going back into those trunks, I think. Jerry Calhoun administrating. This is obviously there's still wrestling rules. This isn't what we know now to be a traditional cage match. Oh. Lawler's now on the outside. Savage rams him headfirst into the cage. Rubbing the face of Jerry Lawler across the mesh. And again, Lawler's been rubbed into the steel mesh here of the cage. And again, Randy Savage like a wild man, trying to bloody that forehead of Jerry Lawler. I'm sure he probably is when the camera sees him. Oh, head first at the ring post. Holy moly, the ring shook there. Savage going up to the top rope. He's going to the top of the cage. Randy Savage going to the top of the cage. Lawler is down. Lawler is down. Randy Savage on the top rope. Is he going to hit that elbow? He's on top of the cage and... Oh, Lawler moved. Lawler moved. I think Savage just about sort of stopped himself from hitting the elbow. Lawler picks up Savage now though. Head first at the top turnbuckle. Lawler picks up Savage. slams him down. Oh, big stomp there by Jerry. Jerry going for now. Jerry's measuring him. Jerry's climbing up to the top turnbuckle. Or was Jerry going up to the top of the cage? I think Jerry Lawler's going up to the top of the cage now. Lawler's on the top turnbuckle. No, Lawler's going to the top of the cage. No, thinks otherwise. Top rope. Oh, big splash. 1, 2 count. Lawler took a bit too much time there to deliver that manoeuvre. A top rope splash by Jerry Lawler. Very high flying. Both men now on the outside. Savage being rammed into the steel cage. The strap is down. The strap is down. Lawler now pulls Savage back into the ring. Oh, peppers him with lefts and rights. Lawler peppering away on Savage. Oh. Irish whip there by Lawler. Oh no, rams him headfirst into the cage. Holy moly. Who's this? Someone's getting the steps. Someone's Joe LeDuc now. Joe LeDuc climbing the cage. Joe LeDuc's back in the territory now as well. Joe LeDuc is in the cage. The Canadian lumberjack, the Canadian barbarian that he is. Joe LeDuc's back in the ring. And oh, double axe to the back of Jerry Lawler. Ring the bell. Randy Savage is disqualified. Joe LeDuc now wailing away on Lawler. We haven't seen Joe LeDuc here since the Blood Oath back in the early 80s. Savage and LeDuc now stomping away on Jerry Lawler. Savage going up to the top rope while Joe LeDuc holds Lawler. Oh, double axe handle by Savage. Lawler is in trouble here. Double teamed in the cage. Calhoun gets thrown over the top rope. Joe LeDuc, big backbreaker on Lawler. Savage goes up to the top rope. Can't go get to the top of the cage and drops an elbow. Picturesque Randy Savage elbow there. Oh, Joe LeDuc drops a leg. Savage trying to... And again.
The cage. They can't get the lock undone, and meanwhile, Savage and LeDuc just beating the stew out of Lawler.
The cage door is open. Eddie Marlin's opened the cage door. Here comes some guys. Jim Jameson's in there. Dutch Mantel, I think there's a few other guys. LeDuc and Savage go exiting out of the ring.
Kind of wild guys these guys are. I'm talking about Savage and LeDuc. They are both lacking a little something upstairs there because they do so many wild and unbelievable things. It is just hard to comprehend two guys doing that. Coming out, King, who will be involved in a tag match with Austin Idol going against these two crazy guys. And Jerry, before we take off on that, I would like to share with you and all of our audience here some comments that Randy Savage had to make about this tag match coming. Let's take a look at it first.
Yeah, message from the Macho Man to Jerry Lawler and his dad. Yeah, I want to tell you something from the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Wait a minute, man. Freaking out in my mind. Jerry Lawler's dad is just turning over in his grave because you come to the well twice. And you left empty-handed, yeah. Last time in a steel cage, yeah. You went against the Macho Man, Randy Savage, yeah. And that means something all over the world, yeah, it does, yeah. And Jerry Lawler, your dad, man, he is really embarrassed about it, man, yeah. Because what you've done is you've gone past your due retirement, yeah. You should have retired before you faced the #1 world's greatest athlete in the world today, yeah, me. Yeah, me, Jerry Lawler, yeah. And now you're talking about coming to the well for the third time, man. Well, you're crying and you're crying and you're crying, man. Man, don't you have no pride?
Don't you have no pride, Jerry Lawler? Think of your dad, man, being dead. Yeah, think of your dad being dead, Jerry Lawler, and you're coming after the Macho Man for the third time. Yeah, what do you think he thinks right now? You and Austin Idol against the Macho Man, Randy Savage, and a partner. Why don't you tell your dad the truth? Why don't you tell your dad that I went to Eddie Marlin and tried to get a handicap match? Yeah, Austin Idol and Jerry Lawler versus the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Yeah, for the third and final embarrassment. But no, Eddie Marlin, man, he's backing you 100%, man. He don't want to see you just sit down and cry in the Mid-South Coliseum, yeah, in front of thousands and thousands of people. So I'm going to tell my partner something, man. I'm going to tell him to hold the rope, yeah. So it ain't going to be no handicap match, but the Macho Man's going to start. And Austin Idol, man, I'm just going to slap your face, yeah, because the legend did it, and that's going to be my autograph to you. But I'm going to put Lawler down for the third time and show the Mid-South Coliseum and everybody in Memphis, Tennessee, and all around the world that the Macho Man is number one. Yeah, but also I want to show somebody else something. Up there somewhere, Jerry Lawler's dad, if you're watching down on me right now, you're seeing me signing the night. Yeah, signing the night, Jerry Lawler. Signing in the night. Dig it?
Uncouth, goofy son of a gun. That Randy Savage. He is wild.
Well, let me just say this about Randy Savage. Listening to that interview, I said last week that he had the luxury of having his father be able to run down to the ringside and help him when he got in trouble. And, my father died in 1969 before I ever got started wrestling, but he used to take me to the wrestling matches when it was down at Ellis Auditorium. And I think that my father would have, one of the things that I really regret was the fact that he never realized or never got to know that I did get to be a professional wrestler, because he did admire the wrestlers and really loved the wrestling, and I think he would have been pretty proud of the fact that I became a wrestler. And for me to stand here and listen to a piece of trash like Randy Savage even say my father's name or my dad on his mouth makes me sick to my stomach. So let me tell you something, Randy Savage. When I get in that ring with you down at the Coliseum Monday night, brother, I promise you one thing. I want you to have your dad sitting in the back, and I want him to be watching. Because I feel like my dad will be watching too. And brother, I'm going to give you a hell of a beating that you've never had in your life. I'm going to pull every stinking strand of hair out of your stinking head. That's a promise from the king to the stinking Macho Man. So you better tell that partner, Joe LeDuc of yours, to be ready, because you're going to need him, brother. You're going to need Joe LeDuc, and you're going to need your father, and you're going to need every stinking friend that you've got, if you've got any. Because, brother, I'm going to come with everything I got. And Randy Savage, I don't think you got enough to handle me, son.
It'll all be taking place Monday in there. In just a moment, we're going to be hearing from LeDuc and from Austin Idol. Right now, though, we're going to take time out. We'll be back in just a moment.
It is an axe handle, and I've used it a lot. Oh, how much I've used it. As a matter of fact, I have nicknamed this axe handle Minerva. Take a good look at her, cameraman. Yeah, she's been beaten up and she's been splintered a little bit, and she's been beaten up over people's heads, you know what I'm saying? Over people's noggins. I've taken this stick and I've whipped a bunch of people. Now, Monday night, Jack, I'm telling you, you see Minerva here? You see Austin Idol right here? And you know what King Lawler looks like. We're coming down that aisle. We're going to get in the ring, and we ain't going to do nothing but take some and crack people over the head with it. And I'll tell you, I'm not going to stop till I see the blood squirt out of their heads, till I see the eyeballs pop out of their heads, until we have two bodies laying prone, laying flat on their backs, Jack, and only then. And when I look around and see people standing on their feet and saying, we want more, I'm going to take this handle while the king holds them, and I'm going to ram it down throats. I'm going to take it and punish people. I'm going to beat on people until I can't stop, until I get my belly full. Monday night, Jack.
Well, not to be outdone, Joe LeDuc had some comments also about that match coming up. Savage will be his partner. We want to wait just a second, and we'll listen to Joe LeDuc. I really can't imagine these two guys as partners together. Dave, Randy Savage, Joe LeDuc. Let's hear what Joe had to say.
You know something? Seems like the king, the real king, come back to Grey City. Jerry Lawler, it's been a few years. Lawler, you call yourself the king for many years, but you remember when LeDuc was around here, you were not the king no more, because I am the real king. I'm the one that commands. I'm the one that tells you what to do. And when I say go down, you go down, Lawler. You remember when I cut my arm with an axe and I make a vow that I'd send you to the hospital. You went to the emergency room, brother. Talking about me being crazy, breaking glasses on my head. No, I'm not crazy. I got 4, 5, 6 made, brother. They're all beautiful. I've got 7 or 8 women, diamond and limousine. But I've got guts, and I've got blood, and that's what it takes, Lawler. Last week, I didn't do nothing to you compare to what's going to happen next time you get in that ring with the real king. You hear that? Joe LeDuc is back. And I think you know it, a little bit about it. So, brother, this is the Corridor Mendacity. Go for it.
Okay, let's get into the ring. We're looking for our final action coming up here. It's going to be a bout that'll have the king going with Cowboy Lang, Giant Frazier, and Little Tokyo. Here they come. You were mentioning earlier about the difference in size, and it is incredible. There they are. Take a look. Giant Frazier, Little Tokyo. Take a look at the size difference there. Whoa! And now Cowboy Lang hops in, and his partner, the King, Jerry Lawler, ready for the introductions, Dave.
It's going to be a match to the expiration of time. Introducing at 490 pounds out of Mississippi, Giant Frazier, and his partner from Tokyo, Japan, at 104 pounds, Little Tokyo. And going against him at 101 pounds from Texas, Cowboy Lang. His partner from Memphis, Tennessee, 234 pounds, the King, Jerry Lawler. Just one to the expiration of time. Jerry Calhoun will be the referee.
So we are back tag team action. Mixed height tag team action. Cowboy Lang and Jerry Lawler going up against Plowboy Frazier and Little Tokyo. Little Tokyo starting for his team. Cowboy Lang starting for his team, obviously. Cowboy Lang wearing brown trunks, white boots. Little Tokyo wearing red and white 3/4, no shoes. Little Tokyo distracting the referee while he and Plowboy Frazier attack Cowboy Lang. Off the ropes comes Little Tokyo. Oh, but Cowboy Lang moved out of the way and Little Tokyo drop kicked Plowboy Frazier in the gut, the ample gut. Little Tokyo apologising to Freddie, Big Bad Plowboy.
He went in there for a leg dive on Cowboy Lang, and Cowboy blocked him, slapped him across the back, and then he told Tokyo that it was Giant Frazier who did it.
Oh, arm dragged by Lang into an arm bar.
He's turned around and walked out on Stagger Lee.
Oh, take over there by Cowboy. Little Tokyo escapes. Tag to from Little Tokyo. So in comes Frazier. In comes Lawler. Lawler black and blue singlet, white boots. Plowboy Frazier wearing that hideous grey singlet, black boots. Frazier yelling at the crowd. I'm sure they're calling him some rather nasty names. Both men circling. Calling over tie up. Oh, choke, big double choke by Frazier, sorry. Tosses Lawler down to the ground with ease.
Who it is he picks up straight in the air like that, you are a long way above the floor or the mat.
Yes, sir. Just looking at him in the ring, it's deceptive, as we've said a million times, how big this guy really is. You look at him on TV, there's just no comprehending. If you can
Can't ever type again. And Frazier with another choke toss down. Lawler falls a good 7 foot there. Giant Frazier, a good 400. I think he was billed as 490. So he outweighs and out-heights Lawler by quite a lot. Both men circling again, or can't never type. Lawler pushes Frazier into the corner. And big right hand. Straight to the nose of Frazier. Frazier goes running away. Trying to get some sympathy from Little Tokyo, who he tags in. Which means Cowboy Lang has to come in. Lovely jab there by Lang. Takes down Little Tokyo. Both men circling again. Double leg takedown by Little Tokyo into a single crab. Now an STF type maneuver. Pulling on the hair. Breaks the hold and then applies it again, does Little Tokyo. Lovely, got the legs crossed and pulling on the knees. Very innovative here with Little Tokyo. Lang manages to get to the ropes, breaks the hold. Little Tokyo now stomping away on Cowboy Lang. Choking him in the ropes. Break the hold. Lawler's got hold of the no. Frazier got him. Holy moly. Frazier got hold of Cowboy Lang and choke tossed him down. Little Tokyo now with a shot takes down Lang. Head first into the second turnbuckle, sorry, by Little Tokyo. Back over by Lang though, he's firing up. Tokyo now punches him away. Irish up by Tokyo. Big backfires up by Little Tokyo. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Kick out just by Lang. Little Tokyo now wailing like, big overhand chop there by Cowboy Lang. Rocks Little Tokyo. Right hand jab. Side headlock by Tokyo. Shove off by Lang. Hip toss by Cowboy Lang. Off the ropes. Shoulder tackle. Off the ropes. Over the top. Over the top again. No. Hooks his legs. Hooks the 1, 2, 3. Cowboy Lang and Jerry Lawler with the first fall. This is an exploration of time match.
5:04 the time on it. 5 minutes 4 seconds. The winners, Lawler and Lang. Frazier and Little Tokyo still have got some time now to get back in this. It's an exploration of time match, and it'll be the one that has the most falls at the end of the total expiration of time. And we are going to take time out right now. We'll be back to take a look at the second fall of action in just a moment. One fall down. Giant.
How about Jimmy Hart out here to take care of business? He don't understand we got ripped off. One thing straight just like that. That's right, ripped off. I'm coming out of the office for this match only.
I hear, Jimmy. Coming out of the office for this match. We've missed you at ringside, but not a bunch.
Come on.
Okay, we're about ready to go here with
second fall, and we are back underway with Little Tokyo and Cowboy Lang. Jimmy Hart on the outside. Playboy Frazier not happy with what happened, so he got Jimmy Hart out. Cowboy tags in Jerry Lawler. Little Tokyo goes running across to Playboy Frazier. In steps the Playboy. Calling over tap. Reverse chinlock now by Playboy. Playboy Lang comes on the back. Slaps. Got on the back of Jerry Lawler and slaps Playboy Frazier.
Part of it, Jimmy.
Frazier! Frazier! Hit him! Hit him, Frazier! Come on! Come on, Frazier, you can do it now.
Frazier challenging Cowboy Lang.
You know, they were just a little Frazier and little Tokyo, just a little unorganized. You know, like I said, we had a little pep talk in the back while ago.
Kick by Lawler, reverse chin lock. Tokyo stands on the back. No. Tokyo tried to leapfrog onto the back of Playboy Frazier, but met nothing but big ass. Little Tokyo complaining of the size of the rump of Playboy Frazier.
Facing the king, and remember, Lawler and Lang are one fall up.
Gone over top, side headlock by Frazier. Oh, Lawler with a right end of the gut, side headlock of his own now. And that's, Jesus Christ, side headlock takedown by Lawler. Holy moly. One. Oh, Cowboy Lang comes running over Playboy Frazier to attack Little Tokyo. And again, Little Tokyo now kicks the knee of Jerry Lawler. Lawler still with the side headlock applied to Frazier. Frazier rakes the eyes and breaks the hold. Oh, big round by Lawler. And again. Playboy staggering on the ropes. Big right hand by Playboy. Picks up Lawler with ease and slams him down. Frazier drops the leg. Frazier off the ropes and misses the leg drop that time. The Playboy is down. Right fist drop by Lawler. He's on top of them now, pummeling him now with his right hand. Pummeling and goes for the cover. 1, 2. Little Tokyo breaks up the pin. If you can hear a noise, it's the dog running around. He's going mental. Cowboy Lang now in. Little Tokyo in. Both men fired up. Both men. Oh, Cowboy Lang with a right into the gut. And he's got Little Tokyo up. He's got him up. He's making him think about it. And atomic drop. Holy moly. Oh, big kick there by Little Tokyo. Cowboy Lang. 1, 2. Kick out by Little Tokyo. 2. The old midget referee shtick there happening. Things don't change; they stay the same.
30 seconds till expiration of time.
Whip by Cowboy Lang. Big back body drop. Down goes Tokyo. Frazier comes running in to chase away Cowboy Lang. Lawler's in. Frazier's in. Colin elbow tie up. Big right hand by Frazier. Big right hand by Frazier. He's got Lawler in the corner. Pummeling him now with these big right hands. Oh! And the time is up. The winners of the match, 1 fall to nothing. Jerry Lawler and Cowboy Lang. But the match isn't over. All 4 men are in the ring now. Lawler and Frazier kicking Frazier out the ring. Oh, is it gone out?
Have a nice day in your office as it's really getting wild and woolly. Out on the floor comes Little Tokyo. The winners of the match, Lawler and Lang.
So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We've just covered the 19th of February and the 17th of December here. We've got one more episode left of 1983. Then we join 1984, as well as joining the Wrestlecopia network. All details at the beginning of the show, and more can be found on Twitter at Memphis Cast. Please do not forget to find us on YouTube, youtube.com/@MemphisCast. You can also find us on Pro Wrestling Tees, prowrestlingtees.com/MemphisCast, where you can buy some merchandise if you so wish. I have been your host, Mr. Luke Jennings, hoping the podcast has been entertaining for you. Please leave a review if you can in your podcast player of choice on the Place to Be Wrestling Network. You can just leave a review. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for your continued support. Thank you very much to the fine folk of Memphis, Tennessee. Thank you very much to Lance Russell, Dave Brown, and Jerry Jarrett. And until next time.
And farewell.